call it lying for a visa. Why should we be denied access to countries that our forefathers built on the sweat of their backs, through slavery and colonialism? They have built all of these resources in their land, and they are keeping us out. So on a philosophical level, they believe that it is not dishonest to apply for a visa and say whatever you have to get it in, because the restriction in itself is unethical.
Well, first of all, let's stop this whole thing about our forefathers built that country. Okay? Now, how did your forefathers get to build that country? You decided to sell them. Okay? So you sold your people. One of the most absurd things to do, to go and develop another man's country, you say. That person is there. That person that you claim you sold is not with you. It's not like he went there and never came back. And so you are now expecting his salary or his payment.
But that's exactly what
that person went there, okay, toiled, and there are people today who have called African Americans, and there are people who have called blacks and what have you. Let's leave it at that. Okay. If you want to go to any country, don't people take visa because they want to be in our country? Don't they do so? Don't we? Have we not deported people because they fraudulently gotten into our country? Have we not said that people got into the country and they broke immigration laws? Please. Every country sets, criteria by which you could come to their country. If you meet it, fine.
But in our country, let's not forget, in our country, we have accepted this idea of visa fraud to the extent that even our lawmakers break that law. You remember there was a report from the UK High Commission several years ago about Ghanaian MPs committing visa fraud. And they were named. And the description of what they did was put in there. Did Ghanaian MPs not dismiss it? Did the Speaker of Parliament not refuse to look into it? Did we not have lawmakers stand by the crimes that they had committed? Because they are crimes. Those are crimes. Visa fraud is a crime. They stood by the crimes that they had committed, and nothing was done. None of those MPs were ever sanctioned.
Well, I am sure when that happened, we all sat here and condemned that. And I would continue. I did. When I say we.
You mean us?
Yes,
okay, yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same narrative. Look, I know that in this country, once you become a politician, the next month people are coming to you on It's as if traveling outside the country is where your salvation is, or where you're going to get better as a citizen. I've heard people say, oh, even if I go and clean gutters, I'll be better off. But that's because as a people, we have not been able to take care of our people. So our failure is what is making these people say all the things they say. It's time for us. But you see, when you consistently talk about your failure and that gives you a sense of entitlement to another man's land, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We've scuttled our ship and we are jumping onto other people's ships. We don't understand why they won't let us. We asked a few Ghanaians whether or not they would lie for a visa.
First and foremost, if the lie is not going to affect anybody, oh, definitely, I'm going to. Even if it's going to affect somebody, I'll apologize later. We currently, the heat in this country, we have to escape it.
Of course, I would lie and leave Ghana, because Ghana is really hot. Because even common Gary it's not 50%, it's now 1 city. Sugar is not 50%, it's now 1 city. Groundnuts, it's not 50%, 1 city. Common pure water, first 20%, 10%, now 50%. Very city, 1 city. So if it's 1 city, how much will a bag cost? And that bag, how many days will it last? So I should leave Ghana. Gobe, that used to buy Gobe. 3 cities, plantain, 1 city. Now, unless I buy Gobe, raw 15 cities. If I can buy plantain like 5 cities or 10 cities, before I'll be okay. I'll leave Ghana without, I think it's wise.
The hardship here in Ghana is too much. And so it's better for you to, because I believe when you work hard, you don't get paid very well. But outside UK, let's say, the hours you work, that's what you get paid of. That's what we know here. Here you can work for 10 hours and your salary is just the same. Even 10 years, but they still pay you the same. So if I would like to get a visa, go there, hustle and make money, I'd rather go there than to suffer here in Ghana.
Nah, I don't think I'll leave my country to another country because of, now, like the racism and those stuffs, and so everyone wants to leave like Ghana to another country. Who are you leaving the country for? So imagine when you come back and hear the country is developed. our school here, because there are teachers here, jobs. If you work hard, you can achieve what you want.
Yeah, because of now economic hardship in the system. Yes. So if I get visa, I like it. To let your life to be better, you can get a visa and travel to outside and go and find something to come and look at the family.
Yes. So give me, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I'll do it. Because now Ghana is hard. Ghana is not soft, it's hard. I'll definitely. But go outside. I think that will help me.
Well, if no one finds out, you get away with it. But if they do, your visa will be cancelled. So for me, I will never lie about it. I will just tell the truth. If I get it, fine. If I don't, then
I do not have the courage to lie in order to get a visa. It would be a dent on my image if I'm found out. Besides, what is wrong with being honest about your state? There's nothing wrong with that. Just be honest about it and you are good to go.
Yeah, I would like to get a visa. I mean, as long as it's a white lie and nobody gets hurt, why not?
Yeah, I'd like to get a visa, especially the Schengen visa. I want to tour around Europe.
Yes, I can lie to get it, because if all my hope depends on that visa, I cannot just say the truth and let the visa go like that. I'll just have to lie and get my visa.
It's one time for your mind, yo. Wahala. So, I mean, the people have spoken. And it appears that there are quite a lot of Ghanaians who are willing to lie for a visa.
Yeah.
They don't consider it, wrong to do so.
No, they don't, because they say that times are hard in their country and whatever it takes them to get out of the country, they will do that. But what if you're found out and you don't go? So you see why some people go and they don't get it. And I hear people saying, oh, but I also did everything right and I didn't get it. So how about lying and getting it, and that's the end of the world? Look, I've always maintained my position. I don't think it's important to lie just because you want a visa out of this country. I agree times are hard. I agree. Times are very, very hard in this country. But, like somebody said, you're living in the country for who?
There are some who will say that, we have the luxury of holding that position because our visas were not turned down. We were able to travel to whichever country we wanted to and come back without any issues. But there are those whose entire way out, or their whole plan for their future, is that they must travel abroad. And so if they have spent time and effort and money to get these visas and are being turned down, then maybe it's time they try something new.
Well, and trying something new could be trying something new right here in Ghana. You see, there are lots of opportunities in our country that we sometimes do not see. And I am not going to become that person who all of a sudden becomes a motivational speaker and says, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this.
Started your pure water company with one teardrop.
I'm not going to be that person. What I want to say is that, look, there are lots of opportunities. Find them. Okay? Find them. Look, people spend thousands of pounds just wanting to travel to the UK.
Yeah.
I have a friend who did everything possible to travel to the US. The next lie he told us one day was that as soon as he got to the United States, he realized that his documents were fake, so they brought him back. I mean, just imagine. Because his whole life, all he wanted was to travel to the US. Today, he's working in this country, and he's doing very well. Okay? My point is that there are opportunities here. Identify those opportunities, tap into those opportunities, and you will be good. And you will be good. Look, we're talking about, this whole digitized transport system, the tap and go system that we've been talking about. It took a young man 4 years to design that, okay? There's this team. They sat down for almost 4 years planning it. Today, you have the vice president buying into it, announcing it is going to start soon, and we will digitize our transport service. It is that simple. Somebody sat down and said, I'm going to think about this, I'm going to plan about this, and get it done. The young man who started Bolt, and I keep saying I don't like making these references, but there are opportunities. Today is a global company. What is it that you're about to start also? That could become a global company, or a global brand. Charlie, think about something.
Now, this whole discussion became topical after a young Nigerian was heard in a BBC report, kind of revealing the fact that many people who apply for student visas are doing so fraudulently because they don't intend to simply come and study. They have other intentions. Also, they bring with them people who they claim are their relatives but are not. So basically, they are fraudulent in their applications. And this revelation that was made in a BBC interview has sparked massive backlash against the young Nigerian who actually spoke. Shall we hear what he actually said?
Lights, a front room in the West Midlands, camera, a YouTuber helping Nigerians come to Britain, and action.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy E to the N.
Among MD's hundreds of videos are guides on how to get a student visa to come to the UK.
Because there's new information regarding the student routes to the UK.
Last year, a fifth of international student visas were issued to Nigerians, 120,000 people in total, half of them students, half their dependents. But MD believes many are actually coming not for a new qualification, so much as a new life.
So the student thing is not real. It's not like they need the degrees. They need the degree as an access route to come into the country. So a lot of these people get their priorities shifted real fast.
So it's really about getting into the UK.
Exactly.
And then not about the education.
It's not really about the education.
Nigerians have a word for what's going on here. Japa, escape, doing whatever it takes to leave Nigeria and start a new life somewhere more prosperous. And Japa may explain why the Shropshire town of Telford, with its University of Wolverhampton student campus, now has more than 300 Nigerian residents.
So this is the reality of what's happening in the UK. By the way, following this interview, there have been broad sweeping reforms in the UK's visa application process. Currently, there is a ban on certain types of visas from Nigeria. And of course, this young man is being blamed for spelling out the reality of what many, many Africans do in their bid to enter countries like the UK, the US, and other, European and Western cultures and societies where they believe they have a better chance of making a living. So today the question is this: are we now at the point where, as a society, we've accepted that it's fine to lie to get into another country? We have pastors who receive prayer requests to pray for somebody to have their, fake marriage visa application go through, and they will pray. We have MPs who have been accused and named for committing visa fraud, attaching people to their visa application who they are not related to, but claiming that they are related to them. These people travel and never return. It has happened, but those MPs were never penalized for it, ever. Have we simply accepted as a society that this is normal?
Well, to be very honest with you, out there, it's for many people, it's a normal thing. I mean, look, people would travel with, a bank statement of others. They just would look out for you and ask you to help them with your bank statement, and that's the end of it. All they want is, they want to get their visa and go. I mean, I met somebody one day telling me that if you can loan me 30,000 cedis, I got a connection man to get me a visa 6 months. So when I go there, then I'd work and pay. And I said, okay, you think you'll be able to work and pay me in 6 months' time? He said, oh, yes, I'll be sure. I said, oh, do you have a job where you're going? Oh, when I go, I'll go and look for a job. I said, who are you going to be with? He said, I don't know, but when I get there, I'm like, oh, okay. You don't have 30,000. Yet you've gone for, so the connection man keeps the passport.
Yeah.
Because you've not brought the money. That's, what's become our reality. People, because of the, the economic hardships, the feeling is that, well, why don't I go outside the country? I'll be better off if I go outside the country. If I'm cleaning and I'm getting 7, 8, 9 pounds an hour, and if I do that for 10 days, I get 100 pounds.
They've done all the maths.
They've done all the maths. I get 100 pounds.
They don't know where they will live.
They don't know.
They don't know how much rent they will have to pay because they don't know where they will live.
No, because you see, this is the other reality. And Kojo, you know, for some of us, we see the bloggers come to town during Christmas. And there are times that you have to look after them, you know, because they come and spend all their money. And sometimes they come and say, Sana Nemati Wagana, they spent all the money.
Yeah.
So the next moment you take them out and, you know, you spread them and everything. Then they go back because they have their tickets. Some also come and they have a lot of money. Those who are working, you know, well, I mean, they have money, they can come. But even in spending, you know, they have mortgages to pay and all of that. So they're very careful. It's a credit society. You know, a lot of people are owing and they're doing things. So people go there, they come back and they flaunt, you know, a little bit of wealth, and then we're excited, we want to go. My guy, my reality is that, look, there's nothing as peaceful as living in your own country and having something to eat.
Yeah.
It's the most peaceful thing.
Yeah. The truth is that a person who has never been there will never listen to any of this. As far as they are aware, they saw their brother who had nothing. He traveled. He came back and he was wearing fresh trainers and, you know, walking with a limp, with a stylish limp. So obviously it's worth it. To them, the logistics of it don't matter. The details of it don't matter. Where they will live doesn't matter. How much rent they'll pay, how much they'll spend on transportation, on food, doesn't matter. All they know is that when they go and they clean toilets or wash old women's bums, they will make a lot of money and come back and be rich. That's it. As simple as that. Anyway, today the conversation is about honesty, or let's call it dishonesty, because if you lie, that's what you're doing. Have we accepted that when it comes to visa application, lying is no longer dishonesty? Is that our view now? And I would love to hear your thoughts on that when we come back from our messages. But some people have been tweeting about it already. We've got a few tweets coming through. What exactly is Twitter saying?
Well, at Katato_1 says, there's no need to lie. It's for a reason that I would want to travel. And whatever the reason, it's only legit. Then it's nothing but the truth. And at Abraham A. Amwafo says, I thought they say whatever you say at the embassy will be investigated. At dearest_boy says, even if I will beat the issue Accra, I will. Anything to Japa. You know the Japa, eh?
Yeah.
Well, let's go for our messages and come back and activate the phone lines.
And it's our very own Benjamin from Adenta. Hi, Benjamin. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. How are you?
Good to have you. We're very fine. Thank you.
Exactly. I mean, the truth is no more part of us. I mean, it's all about lies. It's everywhere. I mean, even this morning, I mean, I want to take exception to what Winston was saying, because for me, it's a lie. There are no opportunities here. So we are going to create an app for the vice president to catch the vice president's eye before he gets opportunity. Really? Well, why wouldn't we have opportunities for everybody? Not politics, devoid of politics or devoid of politicians or anything like that. You know, when politicians fall sick, where do they go to? Abroad. When MPs, ministers have their children, they send them abroad, right? Some people even have struggled all their life. Once they become politicians, MPs, ministers, all they do is that their children go abroad. Pastors, their children are going abroad. There are no opportunities here. So please, if you have any clue as to how to go abroad, for me, I would encourage that. It is far better than struggling in this place, because they are very they're talking about dual citizenship. Why are they talking about that? Because their children are abroad, and once they have citizenship there, people get pregnant, and then politicians especially, they go abroad, deliver, their children become citizens of those countries. They want dual citizenship so that their children can still come and lord over you, though they will not stay in Ghana to struggle. So all these things are happening. So please, let's not be lying ourselves. Let's be truthful. Here it's bad. The people are trying to go. Yes, because that is the order of the day now.
Benjamin, thank you very much for sharing your views there. Do you agree with Benjamin? Or do you disagree? I don't mind. I'd love to hear from you either way. 0302-216-541 055 1111 997. Bismarck, how are you this morning?
Well, I'm fine. You and your brother.
We are very well. We greet everyone in Tema.
Almighty.
Yes.
Please, people are peeved in this country. Oh. I'm telling you. People are peeved. Well, what is going on is no good. Our leaders are deceivers. Look at all the parties. And no leader has was able to revive even one party. And yet they are saying that there are opportunities here. We will lie and travel. After all, when you go, you can make it. In a country you are working, even you don't take that, you can't rent a room. How? All the good things that belong to our leaders. How are you suffering that? Go to China, look at their population, and people go there and they make it. So, Kojo, please, we will continue to lie. All their kids are in Europe and somewhere. They are doing well. What about we staying here? I heard somebody was saying that you are leaving the country for. We will go and come. Thank you. May God bless you all.
God bless you, Bismarck. Thanks for calling. All right, Adenta is our next stop where Benjamin was. But this time we're talking to Akwesi. Akwesi, good morning.
Good morning.
My brother.
I want to be brief. Okay.
Okay.
I want to say, Mr. Winston Amwa.
Yes.
He said that, why would you lie, blah, blah, blah. I want to ask Winston, since you were born to today, have you lied before? If you have lied before, then all lie be lie. Since you were born to today, have you lied before? If you have lied before, then all lie be lie. If that is the way the person would get out and find something meaningful for himself, that's okay. Thank God for Koshichu that you went to Cardiff, you came back to Ghana, you have something to do. Not everybody will get that opportunity. So you don't sit there and say, oh, blah, 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 and all of that. Why would you lie and all of that? Thank God that Koshichu has made Joy FM for you. You get it. So you don't say that, why would you lie? I mean, what does that lie, what does it do to anybody?
Well, I mean, thanks for your call, but I don't think you're very accurate. Kwesi Chum didn't send Winston to Cardiff. Did he, Winston?
You did not.
Okay, good. So there you go. But we love to hear from you. Keep calling. Abu is in Japan. Hi, Abu. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for calling us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, maybe you are not a liar. I am not a liar. But in the system, it made me a liar. So in my opinion, I'm not lying. But I'm just trying to convince the person who will give me the visa. Because my intentions are good. But the system has turned me into a liar. So in my opinion, it's not a lie.
Well, okay, that's another way of looking at it. Your intentions are good. You want to travel to someone else's country and be there illegally, and those are good intentions. Okay. You can call us 0302-216-541, 055-1111-997. Would you lie for a visa? Would you lie for a visa? Is it dishonest to lie for a visa? Ernest is in Medina. Hi, Ernest. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo.
My brother, talk to me.
Okay. I think as everybody has highlighted, I think the country is a little bit tough. And I will entreat the leaders, President Nana Akufo-Addo and the Vice President, they should make the system work. Because the youth are really, really suffering. It's not easy nowadays to even get chamber hall, even single room. Things are not working on the ground there, but whenever it's coming to an election, they'll be sharing money. They should make things work. We can prefer to lie and travel outside because there the system is working. I know somebody who traveled from Ghana. She tried to enter the nursing training school. She couldn't make it. As soon as she get to US, she's not a nurse working at with US hospital and earning salary. Why can't we make the system work? You have enjoyed your time, and you don't want we, the youth, to enjoy our time. They should allow things to work and stop siphoning the thing that belongs to everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning to you, Ernest. We're going back to Adenta. Lots of calls from Adenta today. Kojo is there. Hi, Kojo. Good morning.
Hey, Kojo. Good morning.
Charlie, what do you think of this?
Oh, Charlie, the thing is a system. The system will make you do things that you even don't want to do. So somebody said from was it Kumasi or so, they are just trying to find a way to get out of like a whole situation. The situation is a mess. So you just have to do everything possible to get out of it. Because even though some of us have not been there before, you have friends and then some people come back and a whole lot of stories and that. So somebody who will think there's everything there. And then over here, trying to do something small for yourself, government and tax and all those kind of things. There are no opportunities. So me, when I get opportunity, fine. If it doesn't affect anybody, it won't affect my country. Why not? I will do that.
Thank you, Kojo. Thanks very much. All right, let's go to Gomwa Budubrum. William, how are you?
Kojo Youngson, good morning.
Good morning to you, William.
How are you all?
We are all very well. Thanks for calling us.
God day with you. Kojo,
yes, sir.
Number one, the so-called tourists who come here as spies, don't they lie to our visa officers? Number two, our ancestors their ancestors who pretended to bring the theory of honesty and morality when we came here, did they come here in truth? Number three, I go to the embassy, I pay $150, I speak the truth, you bounce me. But somebody come and lie, you put them through. Next time, you're expecting to speak the truth. Number four, you go to the embassy, they ask you all kinds of silly questions, just so that they will bounce you when I speak the truth. Why won't I lie? So that I won't be bounced. So you see, if the privileged in our society, who are using our taxes to become privileged, don't create the kind of conducive environment so that just to maintain that class status, and still they lie, and then we will continue to lie, at least to reach that level. The truth, Kojo, is among the over 25 million Ghanaians who are struggling to even find the first meal for daily, let alone thinking to begin life. So as for that one, we don't call it lie, matter. It's ways and means.
Okay, William. Thank you for sharing. Listen, you can call us to 0302 216 541 055 1111 997. Lying for visa. Justified dishonesty? George is in Agbogba. George, what do you think?
Good afternoon.
How is Agbogba today?
I've heard of these guys from the West lying to our consulates out there for visas to come visit us in Ghana. Does it ever happen that somebody from London or somebody from the U.S. is lying to the Ghanaian consulate there for a visa to Ghana?
Well, let me ask you this. The Chinese people we catch doing galamsey, do they tell our Ghanaian embassy in China that they are coming here to do galamsey?
No, they don't tell us, but we willingly give them the visas and even direct them to where the mineral resources are in this country for them to come do the galamsey. Now, you see, even within Ghana, people are even, migrating from Korongo to wherever. Lying, we all know it's not the moral thing to do in every society. You get what I'm trying to say? But in this current dispensation where, Charlie, the name of the game is survival, stealing is never a crime until you are caught. If we have to take somebody to lie to just acquire a visa for greener pastures, my brother, I don't think that's an offense. Because at the end of the day, you go there and the countries that you visit even benefit more from you. When you go there, who told you they don't know that you are an illegal person and they try to even pay you under the normal minimum wages they pay there? So, matter. This thing, they shouldn't just come and lie to us. And moreover, if we hear our leaders even saying that we shouldn't even do that, any leader who says that should be given a dirty slap. Because most of the leaders we have in this country don't even have their visas and everything ready, that they move anytime, any day they want. So they should let the citizens be. Play me Reggie Rockstone, the Brunswick, and listen to the words in it. And you understand that where they are from Tete. This issue started from Tete.
Yeah, we have that song ready for you, don't worry. But I must say, we do not condone violence on our show, so we will not be supporting any dirty slap agenda. We beg you. But George, thanks for making your point. We appreciate your call. Jam is in Mamprobi. Jam, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Talk to us, my brother.
Oh, I'm glad to talk to you on this thing, on the line. Yes, we are the country of liars from A to Z. You keep it cool. Please, if you have what your this thing power is no. We lie at court while we swear with the Quran and the Bible, then we lie. And let me tell you, not everybody in Egypt, when the Lord called them to the promised land, some people left there because
yes, everything is from God. So this is not lying. You want to survive. If our country is good and our leaders are not lying to us, we never leave. We will never leave. The time of coming, Kuma, everybody want to stay here. Even we get people from abroad to come and stay here because it is doing fine. Then this country tend to lie. So if you lie, it's not lying. It's lying. You are talking the truth. Thank you.
Thank you. That's interesting. If you lie, you are not lying. You are telling the truth. All right. Thank you, Jamin Mamprubi. Thanks to all of you who called us. Very interesting. But listen, not a single caller said that it was wrong to lie for a visa, Winston. Not one.
Yes, Kucho, so when I started, I made that point that for many people, they think that it's a normal thing to do. But I still insist, okay, that there are opportunities in this country. I say you can find those opportunities and take advantage of them. Kojo, you know. And for many of us who are friends who have traveled outside and they come for holidays and all of that, you know how sometimes they come here and they need help, and we actually are the ones who go around chilling with them. The very people that you think have so much money that they've come here and you expect them to come and help are the ones, we are the ones taking. And someone sent a message, let me just read this before we go. It says, one thing most Ghanaians miss out on is that in Europe and America, they live on a credit system. Their faithfulness to paying one's credit is what makes it look like they're doing better than us. You receive hourly wages and a rent is either paid daily, weekly, or monthly. It is their positive mentality that has kept their country thriving. They invest in the country and not in Toyota Land Cruisers and the expensive government and governance we have here. We change our perceptions, we will turn this country around. Poor people from struggling economies are coming here to make it. Why are we not making it? Our mentality is everything. And I'd like to end on this note. Today, you have seen a lot of Nigerians in Ghana, right?
Yeah, lots of them.
Lots of them in this country. What are they doing? They are coming to explore the very opportunities we, as Ghanaians, say are non-existent in our country. We can pretend all we want, but for those who have seen those opportunities, they're taking advantage of them. You can call them names, but I tell you what, there are so many opportunities in this country.
So just under an hour ago, we put up a poll on Twitter. We asked, would you lie to get a visa? And, okay, 58.4% of respondents said yes. 41% said no. And that's from 755, I think, entries, something
well,
like that.
that has been updated, Kojo.
89 votes.
No, that's been updated. So
it's been updated? Oh.
Yes, yes is 54.2 now.
Okay.
And no is 45.8.
And we've had 120 votes. Wow. Interesting. Okay, look, I think the last caller said something that really sums up my thoughts on this thing. He said, if you lie, it's not a lie. You are telling the truth. The clear distortion of reality in that statement is what, for me, is important. If even we could admit to ourselves that we are being dishonest, if we could admit that we are dishonest people, we are willing to be dishonest in order to gain. That if a lie will gain something for us, we are willing to tell it. If we would admit that, that in itself would have been honest. But we are saying that no, if you lie to gain, it's not a lie. If you lie for benefit, personal gain, it's not a lie. Are we surprised that the leaders we choose from among us think and act the same way?